All right, so here it is. This is the property. We got 16 acres. There's a deep ravine that runs back here at railroad tracks. Cleared all this out. Our house is going to be down that lane. And then there's a lane that runs all the way back around. There's a deep ravine between me and a cornfield that runs all the way back through there. And you kind of see we're going to keep that as covered as possible. And then there's a lane back through here that goes up the hill, and there is a pasture up there that's about 1.5 acres of all thick grass, which is going to be nice because where I was in Arkansas before was nothing but rock and you couldn't get nothing to grow. So this is kind of going to be a nice change. Built me a little temporary pen for my chickens. These were by our cabin in the back where we were before. I'm kind of using them as deterrents to keep critters away from my chickens until we move out here. I'm building a lean-to over here to put my tractors and four-wheeler and stuff in. And we're probably going to end up setting our camper right here while we build. Let me take you back this way. I'm going to end up killing a horsefly before this is over with. If you've never been bitten by one, it's almost like a bee sting. Little fuckers. They don't feel too great. We had rain last night. I'm gonna have to build this road bed up to keep from having a nastiness. There's no gravel or anything on it. So that's gonna help, and I'm gonna build it up probably at least 1.5 foot, so we can get a good base in and have a nice driveway. So it's kind of pretty down through here. So we're going to try to leave as much coverage as possible. Over this way, you can kind of see I've marked some of the trees out. I've got a guy coming next week. I can't rent a excavator big enough to do it myself. This was all clear cut back in '97 and was a cornfield. So most of the trees, 12 inches, maybe 16 at the most. So it shouldn't take too much to clear it out. We're going to clear cut back probably 100 yards and put in a pond right across from our house. I'm going to kill the horsefly or he's going to bite me. Sorry about that. So it goes. I'm going to clear. You can see the tree back there with some orange on it. That's about how far back we're going to go. And then all the way to here. So it'll be one big rectangle cleared out. We're going to dig a pond over here. This is a low-line area. So I'm going to put a pond in to try to help take care of the water issues. Out that way is the road. I was actually landlocked, and I'm buying about 1 acre from the guy that owns the property in front of me. That way I get road access. And our road will end up coming right through here. And then back here, I'm going to clear all this out. Back to that orange line you see back in the woods. It's about 100 foot back and about 150 feet wide, give or take a little. That's where the house is going to sit. This was about the highest spot in the woods to put anything. So you can see the orange line over there. I'm going to have him clear all this out. And then I'll take you through the steps of building it up. I'm going to go about 2 to 3 block high, build it up with the dirt we're going to dig out the pond out of. And then after I get that dirt pulled over here, I'll dig a footer and lay the block, backfill the block with concrete, and then or about put a concrete slab, I should say. Put my sewer and water lines in, and then start framing for there. So that's going to take about a month to get it to where I can start framing. This is another trail. You can see at the very end, probably about maybe 600 feet to the pasture that's back there. All the way back to where that orange line is, all this will be cleared out. There'll still be trees between us and the road, but this is where the house is going to sit. So that'll be pretty interesting. We're going to build, like I said, a barndaminium. I'm not getting a kit of any kind. Metal right now is ridiculous, and they are backed up for months. So in my area, and I think just about everybody, I'm on a couple groups on Facebook, and a lot of people are saying they're 9 months plus to get their building kits. And since I can do all the work myself, I'm going to frame it with wood and then wrap it in metal. So it won't be a barndaminium per se, like a lot of the ones you see on Facebook and other places. They're metal building kits that they wrap, but they have metal on. So they're basically just a barn. You could use them as a barn, but they're turning them into houses. Ours will be framed just like a house. It'll just have metal on the outside. So I'm still playing with whether to do sprayed insulation or bat insulation. I've heard good things about both. It's kind of just going to depend. We cleared enough on our house. I am going to attempt to build all this and get it in the dry without having to get any kind of loan. So my goal is to try to do it all for about $100,000. And that's me doing every bit of the work, electrical, plumbing, everything but the septic system, because I'll have to have that done by somebody certified. And then be basically mortgage free, which will be lovely. If we do have to get a mortgage, it's just going to be enough to kind of finish out the inside. And I'll probably just have a lien on the property or something, because we paid cash for the property that we're sitting on. So I've got some leverage there. I said it's beautiful. Some huge trees back here. Up in the very back and up front, since there's a ravine all the way around, those trees have never been touched. So these are probably 100-plus-year-old trees. You can't get to them unless you put a culvert in and make a road bed. I've got enough property. I'm not worried about doing that. And it'll keep my youngins from getting next to the railroad track. So, but that's it. I'll post some more videos as we go along. Spending my Labor Day. It's a Sunday, Labor Day weekend. Putting the post in, and then tomorrow I'll come back and do the framing. I'm not framing the outside. I'm just putting basically it's just a roof. Just something to park my equipment underneath, because it is, said, Labor Day weekend. Kentucky, usually you can have decent weather up through November. But when I grew up in this area, when I was in high school, I can remember getting snow in October. So I'm hoping we have a mild winter, because I have a lot to do. But I've already kind of prepared my wife. We're going to be living in a camper for probably 9 months. And I'll show you that. It's a Fleetwood hideout. It's got a bunk room, because I don't have all 6 kids with us anymore. It's just my wife, me, and then 2 little boys. So we've got a kind of separate suite, master suite, kind of. A little kitchen area, like a living area, and then a bunk room. So I think it's going to be just perfect for what we've got. But that's it. Just thought I'd catch y'all up. If you like the channel, subscribe. And like I said, I'll take you through the different steps of the Barndaminim build and show you how I'm going to do it. I've looked at several YouTubers and professional builders that build them. I'm used to doing residential construction work, so I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But I'll take you through the steps on how I'm doing it. Y'all have a great one. See ya. What's up, folks? Well, it's been a while since I posted a video. I have moved back to my home state of Kentucky, and we sold our house, took advantage of the market, sold it, and we're going to build a Barndaminim. I'll take you through me killing this horsefly and every step of the way. That's what we're going to do to get this done. So let me show you what we got.